Welcome back to NYSE TV Live. Minnesota-based and NYSE-listed company Inspire Medical Systems is on a mission to create innovative and minimally invasive solutions for patients with obstructive sleep apnea. Tim Herbert, the founder, chair, and CEO at Inspire Medical Systems, told me what led him to launch the company back in 2007. Let's take a listen.
Well, the need, of course, and we treat patients who have obstructive sleep apnea and can't benefit from the primary therapy, which is a mask that they wear called a CPAP procedure. And we knew that the adherence to that therapy was limited, so there's so many people not being properly treated with a serious disease like obstructive sleep apnea. So we set out to develop a new technology to be able to address that, and that's what we've accomplished with the Inspire system that has been approved in the United States since 2014.
Wow, and what about this technology of yours stands out in the field?
Well, the key to it, it works inside your body. So it acts as an implanted device or a neurostimulator that stimulates the hypoglossal nerve that's just underneath your chin that holds your airway open while you sleep, thereby preventing the obstructive sleep apnea and allowing you to get a restful night's sleep. And so having the device inside the body is so unique to Inspire, and really has been very exciting over the last several years. To now we've treated over 100,000 patients in the United States.
What role is artificial intelligence playing in your company's work and the solutions that you're providing?
Well, what's most important about our device is every employee focuses on patient outcomes. And the best way to monitor those outcomes is to collect that data. And we use AI as a means to be able to help identify what areas are having the greatest success. Are there other areas that we can improve upon? And so it's actually helping us develop our technology to be even more proficient and to treat patients even better.
Inspire Medical Systems is based in Golden Valley, right outside of Minneapolis. What are some key assets that the country should know about Minnesota?
Well, the key to Minnesota, it's always been a high-tech hub. I mean, back in the old days when we used to have mainframe computers, they were based here in Minneapolis, and there's always been a very strong engineering core to this area. And most recently over the last 40, 50 years, it's really been focused on medical technology. So some of the big names, Medtronic, Boston Scientific, Abbott, St. Jude, have originated and reside here in Minneapolis. Ourselves, we spun out from Medtronic. We did the initial work inside Medtronic and now have created our organization staying in Minnesota. And the whole key to it is such a technical hub for medical technology. It's appropriate that we continue to develop here, and we have the resources available to really bring the high technology platforms that we have.
How does the ecosystem of corporations in Minnesota work together?
Again, I focus on medtech or medical technology. We have something called Medical Alley, where it's a street, basically a street where all the major medtech companies exist. And there's a group, an organized group that talks about how do we continue to grow the infrastructure around medical technology, making sure that we have the proper skill sets available and that we have the resources to support all the great ideas that come out of this engineering talent to be able to develop more technologies that can help society and can help patients with unmet disease needs.
How do you think Minnesota can retain a thriving headquarters for the economy?
I think that if by keeping the investment strong in Minnesota and showing to the world and showing to all investors that Minnesota is a great place to be able to invest in medical technology, and we have such a wealth and depth of knowledge and history in the development of medtech, that it's really important for us to stay focused on that, continue to show our commitment, and make sure it's a hub, it's a resource for new ideas and new companies to start out and be able to get investments and grow into companies such as Inspire.
What are your biggest areas of focus for Inspire's future?
It's all about the patient. And if we can always focus on the patient and patient outcomes and making sure that they have the best possible outcome with Inspire therapy, that only helps us grow further. From that, we can focus on our new technology. We just launched our 5th generation Inspire device this past quarter. Very exciting. And we already are working on our next generations after that. So by really focusing on the patients, making sure you understand not only the patients, but the surgeons and the sleep physicians, and making sure you improve their experience with Inspire therapy, that kind of drives the talented staff that we have here at Inspire.